From the finest fields to the heart of the distillery, only precision and purity earn the right to become premium vodka. Before vodka becomes crystal clear, it begins in a landscape that tests every living thing. Tensions. Strength alone is not enough. Structure must be opened before value can be released. Purity starts with separation. Only what survives the season earns the right to move forward. The first true change is humble. Not clarity yet, just readiness. Every clean spirit depends on a messy first victory, finding value inside the rough. A clear spirit still depends on something older than machinery, clean water. A spirit can only be trusted when its raw beginning can be counted, measured, and traced. Here the harvest stops being grain and starts becoming possibility.
What nature provides, industry must now prove.
Heat does not finish the work. It prepares the grain to surrender. The moment raw grain arrives, tradition gives way to evidence. What was once stored for survival is now being unlocked for transformation. Not every harvest deserves the bottle. Quality begins with the courage to say no. Precision enters where raw potential meets controlled change. Trust is built when instinct becomes measurement. The system is working when resistance gives way to flow.
The cleanest spirit begins long before distillation, inside disciplined decisions.
In serious production, progress is never assumed. It is verified. Only after the raw material is secured can precision begin. Now the process stops extracting and starts creating. Purity is never an accident. It is a series of removals. The cleanest machinery still needs life to do what metal cannot. What does not belong must leave before transformation can begin. This is where raw sweetness gives up control and becomes spirit. The strongest quality control is often aimed at what the eye cannot see. Creation is rarely silent. Even purity begins with turbulence. To unlock what is inside the grain itself must first be broken open. Transformation becomes real when motion appears where there was only mixture. Nature is invited in, but never left unsupervised. When the yeast has done its work, the still must take over. Completion is not a feeling here. It is a measured threshold.
One world of change ends, and a harsher one begins. This is the engine room of clarity.
Distillation begins by teaching the liquid to divide itself. Purity is not found, it is extracted under pressure. Good production is judged not only by what it keeps, but by what it cleanly leaves behind. The first separation creates possibility. The next one creates identity.
To become vodka, alcohol must pass through discipline again and again.
Neutrality is not emptiness, it is controlled exactness. Clarity in the glass is only the beginning of clarity in the process. Machines can hold the line, but craft still decides where the line belongs. This is the moment the batch earns its future. After violence, control returns in silence and temperature. A clear liquid means nothing until the numbers agree. The truth of a spirit is written in what most people will never see. Once purity is won, it must be protected. Even after distillation, refinement still has one more quiet job to do. The final rough edges are taken away not with force, but with patience. The most important changes are often the ones the camera can barely catch.
Cleanliness at the end protects everything achieved before it. In a drink this simple, every component must be worthy of the whole.
When there are only 2 ingredients, neither one gets to hide.
Strength is not simply lowered here, it is shaped.
A finished spirit is not 2 things combined, but 1 thing resolved. Precision matters most at the moment. Most people think the work is already done. Even a clear spirit needs time to become fully itself.
Not every refinement is dramatic. Some of it is simply restraint.
A spirit becomes real to the world only when it can be delivered intact. The container is more than packaging.
At the finish line, cleanliness becomes visible.
After all the hidden work, clarity finally.
Precision only matters if it can be repeated at scale. What has been purified must now be guarded.
Trust is stronger when it leaves evidence. The final details are where trust becomes visible. Consistency earns credibility, 1 rejection at a time.
A bottle may be sold 1 at a time, but trust moves through systems.
The spirit is finished, but the product still has to arrive right.
Good manufacturing is also good memory.
Protection matters long after the bottle is closed. A product this simple still depends on a complex promise being kept.
Modern trust is built from both movement and records.
What leaves the factory must still carry the factory's standards with it.
A trusted product is not only made well, it arrives well. Scale is only impressive when precision survives it.
The shelf is another checkpoint, not just a destination. On the shelf, the entire process has only seconds to speak.
Transparency is strongest when the buyer can see enough to ask better questions.
Trust is completed only when someone decides this bottle has earned a place in their life. A serious purchase is often a quiet one.
At this point, the story stops being industrial and starts becoming human. A product earns dignity when it enters life with context, not chaos. The final destination of a well-made product is not display, it is meaningful use. Good spirits belong with care, company, and enough reason to slow down. After all the controls, the seal breaks only once, and that moment has to feel honest. What looks simple here took an entire chain of discipline to make possible.
A real product proves itself not in isolation, but in the way it fits into real life.
The value of a spirit is never just what is in the bottle, but what kind of moment it helps create.
Craft is best honored when it is not rushed.
Clarity at the end only means something because of everything it costs to achieve.
A trustworthy product does not have to overpower a moment to belong in it.
Quality survives scrutiny when it can leave the house and still feel right. A good bottle carries its reputation into every room it enters. Even when transformed again, quality still depends on control.
Purity becomes visible again when nothing harsh interrupts the finish.
Reputation is what happens when one honest bottle is followed by another.
A reliable product does not end at the first shelf. It keeps its standard wherever it goes. The best manufacturers keep caring long after the truck leaves. Nothing about a responsible process should be wasteful if value can still be carried forward.
A product earns respect when it remembers the resources it borrowed.
Consistency tomorrow depends on care today. Every bottle points backward to a field most people will never see. From soil to shelf to table, trust is just continuity made visible.
A simple bottle can carry the labor of an entire unseen community. What looks effortless at the end is usually the result of effort everywhere else. The highest form of craft is not intensity, it is confidence without noise. When made right and used wisely, even a clear spirit can carry culture.
The story is complete only when industry becomes part of lived experience.
A trusted product is never just made. It is grown, tested, refined, delivered, and finally understood.
From the harsh embrace of nature, raw grain emerges. Only the purest earns its place. Pure.
For the episode. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We hope this gave you a deeper look at how real quality is made and quality and why trust matters.